Here is a moment you may have missed from Planet Country.
Now, anyone who listened to the show last year will remember we promoted the Sydney Country Music Festival, which was held in November. Well, it's fast approaching again, believe it or not. And the Hills Shire Council are hard at work putting it all together. Today, they announced the second round of artists booked to play the festival, and we're lucky enough to have the group manager at the Hills Shire Council in to announce those artists. It's a big Planet Country welcome to John Dean. Last year was an amazing success. You must be really happy with the support that the festival got, John.
Yeah, thanks, guys. We were really blown away by the event last year. Clearly, we've been running now. Last year was our third year. We started with 600 people coming the first year at the showground back in 2011.
Yep.
We then moved the whole event to Bella Vista Farm, which is a great natural amphitheatre location, in 2013 and got about 1,200.
Right. Yep.
Last year, we pre-sold around 3,500 tickets and ended up with 6,500 on the day.
Wow, so there's a lot of people turning up on the day and looking to come in.
That really blew us away. Obviously, logistically, that was a bit of a challenge, doubling what when you plan for these things.
Well, we were there.
More toilets, stat.
Yeah, we were there, and we were surprised how many people came out. I know a lot of people came down from Newcastle as well, so it's a great event for both country music and the Hills District as well.
Yeah, of course, with lots of people coming into town, which is fantastic. So each year the festival grows. This year you've made the decision to take the festival beyond the one night and make it a two-day event. That's a huge step. The council's obviously committed to seeing the event grow and become one of the truly serious music festivals.
Well, yes, guys. I mean, 2 days is something that we had been thinking about for a little while. Obviously, one of the reasons we want to do these kinds of things is it really drives overnight visitors.
Yeah.
When we did our research after last year in talking to people who bought tickets, we discovered that 70% of them or more came from outside the area, and a lot of those came from all over New South Wales, and particularly the Hunter and Newcastle. But the overwhelming feedback is if you want to be considered serious as a serious music event, particularly in the country area, we have to make it a two-day event, and that's really what we've decided to do. So this is obviously increased the workload substantially.
If people are coming to town from out of town, I guess they want to come for the weekend. They want to come and stay overnight, sleep in their ute or whatever it is.
That's right. And now the moment everyone has been waiting for, we want to know who is playing the festival. We already know that Adam Brand and the Wolf Brothers are headlining the show. Now, John, how many artists will be at the festival this year, and who are the next performers being announced tonight?
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, we've managed to almost secure 27 artists to play, which over we had 8 or 9 last year. So that's we've got a big increase in the number of performers. We'll be announcing who they all are over the next 4 to 6 weeks.
You're not going to drip feed the information.
Yes, we are, because we're still.
I suppose that's marketing. You've got to.
And we're still fine tuning a little bit of the paperwork.
Yes, of course.
But tonight, Adam Brand obviously and the Wolf Brothers were announced back in November, which they'll be headlining and probably closing the show. One on the Saturday night and one on the Sunday night. Yeah. Adam Harvey's agreed to play, which we're really excited to have him.
That's
come to the show.
Huge name in country.
Yeah, Becky Cole was a huge performer for us last year.
Always really popular.
We had overwhelming. She really got the venue jumping when she came on stage last year. Obviously, Luke O'Shea performed for us last year fairly early on in the event. This year he's given the awards he's won recently.
Yeah, that's right. Higher profile.
He's got a much higher profile.
So yes, that's right.
The Adam Eggersley Band we had back in 2013. We're bringing them back this year.
Yeah, they're great.
A good high energy act for us.
Yep. That's fantastic.
Amber Lawrence, we're bringing on board. She also won the award recently.
That's right, reigning Australian Female Artist of the Year at the CMA Awards. That's fantastic.
Travis Collins is another one.
Travis Collins, he'll bring heaps of people down from the Hunter. That's great.
That's right, yeah.
And the last one we're announcing tonight is Paul Costa.
Paul Costa, yeah, of course. So there's a real mix there of contemporary country, traditional country. There's something for everyone. That is fantastic. An absolute great lineup already, and of course there's more to come. Now, I understand Ron Trundle is once again comparing the main stage. Now, in addition to Ron being voted the most popular country radio DJ at the Tamworth Awards in 2013, MJ, there's your mentor. He's taking part in the Variety Club Bash this year in a car that's sponsored by the festival. Tell us about that. Does this mean the festival branding's going to head all over the great big land?
It is. Thanks to Ron, he's taking part in the the 2015 bash. It starts in Bass Hill in Sydney and ends
Right.
up in Bunbury in Western Australia.
Wow,
I think there's
that's-
4,500 kilometres.
That's a huge effort, yeah.
We've managed to. We will be branding the car quite substantially with the Sydney Country Music Festival. There'll be a bigger Kuba on the roof as it drives, as
I
it
gotta
weeds,
see that.
as it weeds its way. And there's a number of events he's doing to launch that. The guys are doing that.
The Akubra will be covered in red dust by the time it gets to the other
He's
side.
partnering with a guy called Les Hindmarsh.
Right.
You can also, I mean, it's really a good fundraising activity, which we're pretty proud to be part of.
Yeah,
Obviously,
It's a really worthwhile.
it helps us promote the event right across the southern part of the country. There's a website called www.everydayhero.com.au.
Right.
And they're numbered Bashcar 181. So
Okay.
you can jump onto that website, go to find Bashcar 181, and if you want to give something a hard-earned, I'm sure they'd take it off you.
When we go to a song, we'll be sure to put it on social media for you guys to check it out.
Exactly.
Now, Big Stu, I'm young.
Yes.
I'm good at sort of knowing what our fans want, and they want to know: should we have a car in the big variety
a
bash?
Planet Country Variety Bash car.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
CMC ran a car one year and had Morgan Evans. I mean, of course, it's CMC.
Morgan
And
Evans.
I think they had Buddy Good as well, sharing the driving duties from memory. It was an old converted hearse that they drove. So, yeah, maybe we'll look at that. John, the work your team is doing on the festival is no doubt ramping up with every week that passes as we get closer to the event. Can you tell me, this is important, is someone looking into the catering, more specifically, churros?
Here we
Or
go again.
Do I need to churros? I mentioned it last year, they weren't there.
I got to say, it was a major failure on behalf of our
I'm
organisation.
glad this is being admitted.
However,
Here on Planet
however,
Country.
we obviously need to ramp up the market intelligence because we're not aware of who the good churro suppliers are
Well,
in Sydney.
Look, you've got to get someone on it. You've got a
Well,
staff of thousands up there. What's the mayor doing?
I
Get
think
Andrew
Big Stu's
Jeffries onto
volunteering
the-
to be a taste tester.
What I was
Yeah,
thinking,
that's right.
if your callers could contact all the suppliers around Australia, and if they could send some supplies into here to the studio,
idea. We'll taste
I'm
test
more than
them.
happy for Stuart and MJ to taste test them over the next few months and pick some for us.
That's right. There you go. So all the churro suppliers, got to send it to Big Stu and MJ at Planet Country at Alive 90.5, and we'll be the judge of who is Australia's greatest churro maker.
Fantastic effort. Now, in addition to the artists you're announcing, can you give us something else? Is there was talk of possibly a dance competition, something along those lines? What's the planning there, John?
Yes, I'm very excited. We are in the final stages. We are looking, obviously, a country-themed national dancing type
Right.
competition. We're still working on the details.
So it's not ballroom dancing.
It's not ballroom
gotta have
dancing,
some sort of country
um,
element. I get that.
We are hoping that will generate another level, bring our event to another level.
Yeah, of course.
Keep being national, that'll mean people have to come from all over the countryside.
National championship.
So stay
or something. I like
tuned.
this.
We're very excited about that, and towards the end of May, we think we'll have something to come back and tell you about.
Well, what's the best way for people to stay up to date with all the news in the lead up to the Sydney Country Music Festival?
We have a Facebook page. Obviously, it's pretty easy to find. Just jump onto Facebook and search for Sydney Country Music Festival.
Yep.
Or we have a website, also www.sydneycountrymusicfestival.com.au. All the tickets are now on sale. We think it's great value. I mean,
Yeah, what are the ticket prices
well,
for this year for 2 days?
Well, a weekend pass per adult is $95. Now, when you consider that's for 27 artists,
That's incredible.
we think that's astounding value.
You pay over $100 for one visiting artist, so that's fantastic value.
Yeah, concessions. It's $76. Day passes are $75 for the Saturday, $45 for the Sunday, and there's a range of family pricing as well.
And at that price, which is good value for money, you've got to be getting quick because, as we mentioned, the festival's growing in value every year. We get people turning up. We sell. There's so many tickets are pre-sold, but then you get heaps of people just coming in
Don't
at the
leave
gate.
it to the day because you'll
Get
be
in
there
now.
queued up.
Well, the message is if we get the same kind of growth as last year, this event will sell out.
Yeah.
And that's the main message we want to get across there. Get in and get your tickets. We're doing some things to rejig the venue, which will
Right.
allow us to have a few more there. At the end of the day, 10,000 people is probably going to run it out.
Yeah.
And if you don't, that
Need a
could,
bigger farm.
that could sell out pretty well, we hope.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's right, and make sure you stick to Facebook to keep up to date with the festival at the official page as well. You can check out Planet Country at facebook.com/Planet Country Radio. We'll share all the news there as well as talk about the festival and how excited we are and which churros are leading the way.
That's right. We'll share the news as it happens, providing it happens on a Thursday night between 6 and 7. We'll be all over it. John Dean, thank you so much for coming in tonight.
Thanks, guys.
We hope you enjoyed this moment from Planet Country. Be sure to listen to the live radio show, Thursdays from 6 p.m. on Alive 90.5, or listen via the TuneIn app.